Greetings, AMCMS students and parents. This is Mr. Mann, and I'm coming to you now because I need your help. During after-school dismissal, we've been observing some near misses in the parking lots next to the football field as well as on Anderson Street itself. I do not want to see someone get hit by a car. Period. End of story. So let's talk about what we can do to hopefully prevent that. I've been in the parking lot watching and observing, and I'm seeing different things that are preventable that we want to address and to change. So let's start out talking with students that ride a bike. So if you ride a bike, obviously you know the bike rack is here. So you're leaving out of AMCMS, either coming from the X building or coming from the cafeteria gym area. You're following down the sidewalk if you're coming from the cafeteria and gym area, or if you're coming here and then you're going to cross over the crosswalk, get to your bike, and then get your bike, and then you're going to follow down the sidewalk, cross the crosswalk here, and then come down to Anderson Street. You should be using the bike lane, but I do see students ride their bike down the sidewalk. You need to be careful if you're on the sidewalk and not hit anyone that may be walking on the sidewalk. But do not ride your bike down the center of the parking lots. That is very dangerous, and it is very difficult for drivers to see you whenever they're trying to pull in and out of parking spaces, and they could hit you or cause an accident trying to not hit you whenever they see you at the last second. Students that walk home. So if you're coming out of the X building or coming out of the gym cafeteria building, follow down the sidewalk, cross over, get onto the football side of the sidewalk, follow the sidewalk, use the crosswalk across the parking lot and down to Anderson Street, and follow the sidewalk. If you're going to the left, then cross over here and follow up the sidewalk and use the crosswalks up at George Bush. Please do not walk down the center of the parking lots if you're a walker. Again, this is dangerous. It's hard for people to see you whenever they're maneuvering their vehicles in the parking lot, and we do not want an accident. Students that ride home. There are a couple of different ways that students are getting to vehicles whenever they're riding home. So let's start with the parking lot. If your parents are telling you that they're going to meet you in the parking lot, then you're going to do the same procedure as the walkers. You're going to come out of the X building, follow the sidewalk, cross the crosswalk, or come out of the gym building, follow the sidewalk, come down past the bike rack, come down here. Now, depending upon which side of the parking lot your parents are parked as to what you do next. If they're on the football side of the parking lot, I want you to walk over by the fence in the grass so that you're not walking into the flow of traffic. If they're on the Anderson side of the parking lot, then I want you to use the crosswalk and come over into the grass and behind the hedges and walk this way to then get into the vehicles. Whenever this is full of cars and things are moving, I do not want you walking down the center of the parking lot. That is very dangerous. Please do not do that. It is hard for parents to see you in vehicles while they're pulling in and out of spots, and I do not want to see an accident. If your parents are picking you up in the parent pickup lane, they will access the parent pickup lane through here and follow through and then exit out, and so you will be waiting for them up here. You shouldn't be waiting for them down here and jumping into the vehicle as they come back down through this area. And you shouldn't be waiting down here if your parents aren't parked in the parking lot. Okay? If you're waiting for your parent to arrive, you wait up here. And if you are being picked up off campus, then it is time for you come down the sidewalk, crossing the crosswalk, walk down the sidewalk, crossing this crosswalk, walk down Anderson, and follow and cross at the corners of the streets until you get to the location that you and your parents agree upon being picked up. Those are the areas that you should be going to if you're a rider. Now, parents, I'm going to have to ask that you please do not stack up and line up in the center of this parking lot because that, one, blocks in other vehicles and they're unable to leave. But more importantly, what has been occurring that I've been observing is cars are coming in and a child is seeing the car come in and they start running and darting out between parked cars and in front of moving cars because we have cars coming in both directions. And sometimes we've had a car parked here facing to the north, and we have cars that are moving heading to the south, and then we've had a vehicle that's facing to the north and then they're trying to get out and around them, and we have two vehicles come into a near head-on collision because they're trying to get around other parked vehicles, which this causes lots of other issues and frustrations that we can avoid by not doing that. I know that's frustrating, and so I'm asking that you please don't sit and wait there. If you need to pick them up in the parking lot, please get here so that you can get a parking space and wait for them in a parking space, or designate a place for them to walk to off campus and meet you there. I know that's a frustration, but again, I'm trying to prevent several accidents from occurring, whether a student is hit or whether you or someone else is hit in the vehicles. I also ask that you please do not stop on Anderson Street and have kids jump into the vehicle. And the same goes for Park Place, and the same goes for Hollick Street. It is just simply unsafe. I ask that you please do not do that. Fridays are very, very busy days because we do not have any after-school activities. So all 900 plus students are being dismissed at the same time. And that will cause a slowdown on Fridays. So please know that and please expect that. And if you add on top of that a game day weekend where we are going to be affected by the traffic for A&M football or any other A&M event that may be occurring over the weekend, we will see an increase in traffic on Fridays. So just know that Fridays are not a day to rush. Of any day of the week, Fridays are definitely not a day to rush because there will be more traffic involved with picking up your child. Again, I understand the frustrations. I am frustrated as much as you are. I am working to gather data so that then I can work with the city and I can work with individuals in our district office so that we can make some solutions to help ease this issue as much as possible. But I do know that if we all work together and we all have some patience, we can make this happen and keep everyone safe, because that is the goal, is for everyone to stay safe. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.